Good afternoon. It's August 27th, 2010. I'm really excited. My first week of college is over and done with. My classes have been pretty good. I've been making friends and stuff like that, and it's really great, and I'm really excited about being here at Purdue, and I know that it's not going to be easy being apart from you, but I love you, so it'll all work out in the end. Tonight I'm going to the Varsity Glee concert called First Nighter, and I'm really excited. Maya told me not to sit on the edge unless I want to be serenaded. You haven't serenaded me at all. You're in choir, or you were. In my previous video, I filmed one before this, I tried to fit all of the stuff that Professor Gray had talked about in my history class. I tried to fit it all into it. You just can't fit an hour and 15 minutes of information into 4 minutes. It's just not going to happen. So I want to talk about why a monarchy. Why a monarchy? Machiavelli named 3 different types of government, and there's a monarchy, an aristocracy, and a democracy. Now, a democracy can't work in a society like the Middle Ages. It just can't, because very few people know how to read. It's very hard to get information from one place to another. And, a representative form of government, that just requires a much more sophisticated society than what was there. With aristocracy, the elite ruled. And monarchy is a step above that, where it's one elite person rules. And the thing about governments is that they use 3 different methods to have the population obey them. And that's coercion through brute force and fear. We fear the law, we fear going to jail, so we obey the law. There's compensatory ways that a government uses to have people obey it. And, that's like, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. I'll give you something if you give me something back. In exchange for our taxes, we get roads, public schools, things like that. And then there's conditioning, which is brainwashing. At a very early age, we were taught to believe that America was the best country, and they did the same thing. Although what they used was divine rule. They used the church because, the church was a single unifying factor. Everyone went to church. Everybody heard these stories. If you went into a sermon and you talked about the power of the king, then you would automatically kind of believe in that. And so, they used divine rule. They were anointed by Christ. They were descended from holy figures. They had relics given to them by Christ, things like that to help enhance their power. And monarchies were originally not hereditary. Indeed, in Germany, their monarchs were elected by the aristocracy for quite some time. It only became hereditary when they needed stability. If you don't know who the ruler of a country is, it's very hard to keep it in cohesion. But if you know who the next king is going to be 20 years before he's king, then there's a sense of stability. That's why monarchies came into being. And I know it's not the best video, but it's kind of running close to the time, so I'm gonna have to end it. I know my face isn't painted crazy, but I put on some makeup today. I know it's not very heavy, but I promise I did put on makeup today, so I'm gonna use that. This is getting really close to 4 minutes. I love you very much, and I'll see you later.